you might know I'm actually bricking it about this, so just be a bit gentle with me, okay? Right, good afternoon, family, friends of friends. Richard, before I start my speech, I think it's worth mentioning there are a few people, me and my new wife, who would like to sign. It'd be best to get out of the way early. So please everyone make sure your glasses are fully charged, because we're going to make several monotonous toasts. It's quite long, so I apologise. Okay, so the first toast I'd like to make is to a man that none of you actually know, not even Louise. His name is Barry Shepherd. Barry comes from Milton Keynes, and he got married in July 2014. Now, Barry was kind enough to post his speech on the internet, and much like I did my dissertation back when I was at uni, I have plagiarised Barry's speech. So to Barry, you appear to be a charming and articulate man. And if this goes well, I definitely owe you a beer. So please everyone to Barry. Right, so the first thing that Barry does in his speech is he thanks his guests for coming. So thank you everyone for coming today and for sharing this day with us and for making it so special. For those of you who've arranged a wedding before, you'll know that one of the most difficult things when organising your wedding is deciding upon your guest list and who you actually want to come. So congratulations to everyone here for making the cut. And if you're sat here today, you're either the closest people to Louise and I, you're top of the reserve list, or at very least Facebook seems like I recommend we have you as a friend. So let's toast this to friends and family. Friends and family.
Are we going to get through this?
It's one I told you. Now, it appears that Barry Shepherd got wed at some posh hotel in Edinburgh. Louise and I got married in Stockport. So I won't waste your time talking about the scenic views. I don't know if you've seen the live demolition site next door. The lovely hotel rooms and the things you can do whilst you're here. I realise that Stockport isn't the most glamorous place. And I also understand that some of you were driven here today and are probably this time worried about your cars. Please be assured that Stockport Police Station is just a stone's throw away. So if your car is stolen, your belongings, or if you're worried about getting mugged on the way up to the Masonic Hall later, please be assured you don't have far to go to report any crimes. The next thing Barry does is he thanks his mum and dad. Now, my mum and dad have really supported me over the years, and being that I can be a bit of a dick at times, probably more than I've deserved. Together, they've clearly done an outstanding job in bringing up such an intelligent, funny and handsome child. And at least before I used the word dick in my dream speech, I could see they were bursting with pride. It is of course with all sincerity that I'd like to, I think Louise as well, would like to personally thank my mum. My mum's been a rock for me and Louise over the past 2.5 years. And they've been a bit shitty at times. They've been great, but a bit shitty. And without my mum being there for us, helping us hold it together, I can't imagine how we got through those 2.5 years. So, Mum, I hope you know how incredibly grateful we are. And we don't say often enough, but thank you. So, let's toast to my mum.
Linda and John.
Apparently this doesn't make you less of a man, by the way. This is like cool, so you're allowed to choke. Right, so the next thing that Barry does is he tells his bridesmaids how amazing they look. And I think you agree, our ladies don't struggle too bad either. So. That comes here. It's scripted, this. So thank you, Gemma and Caroline, for supporting Louise today and also for helping with her hen do. Brilliant. You can thank me personally, like, don't throw me off. You can thank me personally later for helping to choose those lovely lengthy blue dresses, insisting you wear heels, and also insisting you walk down 2 flights of stairs in front of 40 or so people. At least I say from wearing those old blue dresses that Louise had chosen for you. They were awful. So a quick toast please to our bridesmaids. Thank you.
Bridesmaids. I'll leave this glass next to me.
Now, Barry being the traditionalist, he seemingly appears to have had no children out of wedlock. But I can continue my speech without a special mention for our daughter Jamie. So, although Jamie puts Louise and I through the mill somewhat, she only had chicken pox last week, we treasure every minute we spend with her, and she is our entire world. So if we're ever feeling low, or feeling a bit sorry for ourselves, all we ever need to do is just look to Jamie. She's amazing, always smiling, and she just deals with whatever shit life throws her, and there's a lot, including being given a boy's name. She makes everything that Louise knows to be worthwhile, and we're incredibly proud of her. So Jamie.
Jamie. Terrorist.
Now to Rick, who is looking surprisingly smart today actually, and he's actually used a bit of product in his hair, he told me this morning, especially comes out for weddings. So if any of you don't know or haven't met Rick, you are lucky. But I think it's fair to say that Rick is probably my oldest friend. I've known Rick since primary school, and we've always stayed in touch. Now we play golf together every Saturday. Rick's crap at golf, and he seems to let me win every week. If you didn't let me win every week, it might have been you who paid out. But despite Rick's crap golf and his poor timekeeping and his hilarious lack of self-control, he's always been there for me. So whether that's on the end of the phone when I've needed a whinge, or a Saturday when I'm feeling a bit shit, he's always there, and he did a cracking job at organising a really good stag do. So although I'd say he's looked a little confused at times today, he's done a pretty good job of being my best man. So
pretty normal for Rick.
I would like to reserve judgment until after his speech. I know what's coming. But we have a gift. We have a gift for bridesmaids too. So bridesmaids and Rick. Yeah, despite you telling me, I still messed that up.
Thank you.
And to you, my friend. Cheers, pal. Can we please raise a toast to Rick?
Those are replacement golf balls that he keeps losing.
Do I open this now? Or I might take it back off. Okay, so over the last couple of weeks, people have been asking me whether or not I've been nervous, and the answer to that is yeah, I've been bricking it. I've been nervous about making my vows. I've been nervous about the first dance, which is going to be really crap. But in my defence, Louise chose it. It's apparently our song. We haven't listened to it since the Thursday we were going out, but it's apparently our song. But one thing I've not had a single doubt I'm nervous about is marrying Louise. I know that marrying Louise would be the best thing I ever do in my life. So, to the main event.
Leave it alone.
My beautiful wife Louise. I'm sure everyone will agree you look absolutely stunning today. I've written that down, but I don't need to. And seeing you walk down those stairs today made me think that actually maybe I have got the best out of this deal. Yeah, we argue quite often, we often disagree, but she puts up with my bad moods. She watches golf with me on the TV. She keeps the house tidy. She stays up later than she probably should every night. Close your ears, just so we can spend more time together, because time is precious. And what's more, she's a fantastic mum. So don't get me wrong. She's not perfect. And much like Barry Shepherd's missus, Louise poos with the toilet door open. And she wheezes in the shower. But fortunately, at her point, it's more than outweighed by it. So. At this point, Barry tells a story about how he met his missus on a beach in Mexico when I was going gap year from uni. I, on the other hand, met Louise just over 10 years in that most romantic of settings, the bamboo Hazel Grove. Now, the way I remember it, and I remember it quite well, Louise was eyeing me up from across the dance floor, Well, at first I was worried she might be a bit young for me, because she is maybe 3 years older than me. 2 years. And I had a good scout around before, like you do in a bamboo club, and she was the best looking girl in there. So I charged myself up with alcohol, and I made some moves in her direction, some pretty slick dance moves from what I remember. I'm sure you'll see some of them by then. As I moved in closer, I made the necessary prelim checks. I checked my breath, I checked the fly was done up. I asked Daryl and Mark, who were there with me that night, whether or not she was alright, and whether or not I was just a bit too pissed. Actually, she was a minger. And once it was confirmed that everything was okay, I made a move. Now this was in the days before internet dating, and there was only 2 strategies that seemingly worked for me when trying to pull a girl on night out. There was option 1, to chat her up with some witty banter. And then there was option 2, which was to get up close and grind yourself up against her. Now we've been drinking since pretty early that afternoon, so option 2 was favoured. And it worked seemingly. It did the trick. Now I've often wondered what Louise saw in me that night, whether or not it was my slick dance moves, my good looks, or my pelvic hip thrusts. But then I sussed it, and this is perhaps why Louise and I work so well together. Louise clearly has a soft spot for knobheads. So maybe she likes looking after me, maybe she enjoys the challenge of keeping me on the straight and narrow. After all, if it wasn't for Louise today, your wedding favours would have been day riders for the 192 bus. You've been making your toast with sambuca shots. And instead of Daryl's reading today from Rocky, I had asked him to do the John Barnes rap from England to Italia 90. World Cup song World in Motion. But Louise poo-pooed those quality ideas. Now, Barry had only known his missus for a couple of years, which frankly strikes me as being a little bit keen. But as I said, I've known Louise for the last 10, and they have been definitely the best of my life. So together, we've experienced some great highs and we've battled some really shit stuff too, but I wouldn't change a thing. And I honestly feel exceptionally lucky to have met you. You're my best friend, and I know that together we'll deal with whatever life throws us. So you're incredibly caring, you're tolerant, which is pretty much essential when putting up with me. I can't wait to start the next chapter of our lives together. So everyone please join me for one final toast. And that is, of course, to my beautiful, incredible wife, Louise.
Louise!
So, I'll hand you over to my best man.
Right, yeah.
This is where you stand up.
Sorry.